Is the union government messing up state finances, or are states overspending on welfare measures?
We are arguing over the size of a pizza pie that is deliberately being controlled, and then there is a catfight for the pieces. So long as you constrain states from innovating around tax revenues and generating their own tax revenues and therefore increasing the size of the pie, you're going to be having a cat fight, a dog fight for a limited sized pie.
The union government has been misleading by saying we have nothing to do with this. It is a finance commission that is setting the terms of reference, while that is not the case. The formula is theirs, the game is theirs. It is being played by somebody else.
The southern states could be lesser than than other states such as Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, or Rajasthan, because there has been a significant increase in per capita income of these states. So if you look at Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, even Kerala, their per capita GSDP is well over 3 lakhs. In the last financial year, as compared to Bihar and Uttar Pradesh, whose per capita GSDP is less than 1 lakh rupees. So that is the kind of disparity that you currently have, and that is the kind of disparity that the Finance Commission is trying to bridge.
If you allow states to innovate around the schemes that they need to deliver, Kerala doesn't have the need to dig water bodies. Rajasthan does have huge need to dig water bodies. Kerala and Tamil Nadu don't have the same dropout problem that Gujarat has. If you allow them to innovate around their taxes, you will have far more flexibility, and it looks like it is one state against the other. But that is because you're refusing to let them have control over their own taxes.
I had an interview of Tejasvi Surya, I was watching it, and their defense is that, for example, if Gulbarga is not performing well, or a Raichur in Karnataka is not performing well,
Wouldn't Bengaluru give some money?
Give some money.
No, of course, that is understandable. That economics is
No,
understandable.
that actually, they're not realizing that they're making the point that even the Congress here is making, right? Because if Bangalore is performing well, and the GDP of Bangalore is good, doesn't mean the entire state is uniform. This same goes for Telangana. Hyderabad is performing well, maybe not in Adilabad. So shouldn't the state get more money to develop the rest of the regions?
I would again go back to you free the states. Let them tax everyone who wears a red shirt. It's the state's problem. If none of us is going to be taxed, actually we should say black shirts, so only Tushar and Pooja will be taxed.
Why me? I agreed with you.
No, I wanted Tushar to be taxed.
A teenager, in fact, has come out with a complaint that she was sexually harassed by 58 men in a span of 3 years. It started when she was around 14 or 15 years old. 29 FIRs have been registered across 4 police stations in Pathanamthitta. And imagine the men who have been booked, they are mostly between 17 to 39.
The Suryanelli case, the stories that were told about the parents, about unless and until, again, women's right groups, Anveshi and all of them stepped in and fought for the right. Even a High Court judge, of Kerala made an open statement to the press saying that, she was an immoral character. They were taking her around and this is child prostitution and all of that.
Sexual abuse is among children. It's very intrinsic in Kerala, and the thing is, the way we are structured, sometimes what happens is that children do not really disclose what is happening. When you look at child protection, you look at women's rights protection, if you look at the data, we seem to be very favorable. I mean, so everyone is living in that bubble ki we are better than the rest of the country. But it's only when something like this comes out that we are really, questioning what actually happened.
The young men of India and their understanding of what is consent, how criminal and debased is the idea of sex, that they go and do gang rapes and, film it and pass on a woman that they know, recommend to their friends. So what is all the, in the family, in the community, all ideas of this is like protect our girls, protect our women, curtail their freedom, make them, come back home on time. But are you really checking on what the boys and what the young men are grooming upon, what the Insta feeds have, what is technology?